Good afternoon, everyone. This is Crescentia, and welcome to my channel Lotus Astro. Today, I thought of doing another important video, considering a lot of requests which keep coming, and this is about when is it that you would go ahead and get success online, and how is it that I will get success and people will come to know me, in the outer world, in society. So this is what I have to say about, or as this is what are my views about this specific thing. I've seen a lot of people coming to me saying that we are trying our level best for online businesses, and things are not happening. Now, why exactly is this not happening? I will explain this to you. See, all of us, we go through a specific dasha cycle, in which we've got antardashas also, which play a very important role. I do understand that people are saying that Rahu and Venus plays a very important role. Yes, it does, but as we all know, each and every dasha has something to give us, something very important, and some dashas may promise us a huge wealth, but not recognition. Some of the dashas may promise us, a lot of trouble, a lot of miseries, but still that person will be able to, go through with all that kind of turmoil. Some of the dashas would, promise us international travel. Now, why exactly this happens? I do not want you to just consider two planets, Rahu, Venus, or any of the planets responsible for this. Why? We need to understand a very simple concept. When you do an astrological reading, and if most of you all do not have your charts, what you can do, there are sites like we've got the Astro Sage app. It's a very basic yet has a lot of information in it, and it's free to download. So you can put your date of birth, your time of birth, your place of birth, the longitude and latitude, and as per whichever time zone you fall under, and get a chart. The first thing what you would see is a very basic chart. Okay, that's your lagna chart, and towards the left hand side you will have an option of a drop down, in which you will get different options, like you'll come to basic, lagna, hora, kp. You need to click on the kp option, that is krishnamurti paddhati. Once you click on the kp option, you need to look at the scrolls on top, and you need to get into nakshatra nadi. Okay, so once you have this ready, then is when you will know what exactly your planet is going to give you. I'll give you a very small example for this, so that you will come to know when exactly you will get you know get in touch with the outer world, or else with society, have interaction with people, and get results of whatever you're doing. Now, extremely important for all those who are on YouTube, or else doing any kind of business in which you want that kind of clientele and you want to interact with people, because until and unless you interact with people, you will not get that kind of financial benefit, or else even you would not get growth. So what you need to do, you need to first of all make your chart, and if you don't understand that, you can always get in touch with us, we will help you. Certain houses on the chart play a very very important role. Like your second house on your chart will say how much is your self earned money, how much is it that you can earn by yourself, your family, okay, your food habits, okay. This is what is your second house, the money which you earn. Opposite of your second house, that is seventh house, would be always seven houses apart from your house which we're talking about, will be your eighth house. So when you're talking about the fourth house, seven houses apart would be your 10th house. So fourth house is your own home, is your inner peace. Opposite of that, 10th house would be the outer world, the outer society, the place where you work. So say for example, we are talking about the second house. The second house is self earned money. Okay, it is your assets, it is your bank balance, it is the house from where, the first house, your identity gets the nourishment. That's the reason why moon gets exalted over here, and it's very important to have a good second house. The other house which plays a very important role is the seventh house on your chart. Now, your seventh house in the chart is a chart for partnerships. Now, marriage is not the only partnership which we have in life. We've got partnerships with others. We've got partnership with the day-to-day, the people which we meet with. There's a short-term partnership. There are partnerships which are legal, which run for a longer time. What happens in this? The seventh house plays a very important role because we're getting to interact with the outer world. Okay, it's the sign of Libra, wherein it's a merchant. You get to interact with others. You get to talk about your views, about your opinion, and then is how you listen to others and observe what they're trying to say. We move on with a plan and it fructifies. So seventh house plays a very important role. Now, talking about the 10th house is the outer world. Again, very important. When you need to work, you need to move out of your house, right? When you need to do business, you need to move out of your house. You can do business if your 4th house is also too prominent on the chart. You can do business from home as well. Or if your 10th lord is in the 4th, or your 4th house somewhere is connected to the 10th lord. And then we've got the 11th house, which is socializing. So 11th house also plays a very, very important role. Now, what actually happens? People say Rahu and Venus play a very important role. Yes, they do play an important role. But until and unless the planet of a dasha is promising you that kind of interaction with the outer world, you will not be able to get that kind of success on a platform. See, we see every second day we have new people emerging on YouTube, whether it's Facebook, there are new talents coming up. Why isn't it that all these people who are coming are hundreds of years old, or else they're people, you would just see somebody who's just come 2 years back or 3 years back, they're doing very well. There are some who've just come a couple of months back. Like even for me, I've just come a couple of months back. This is a specific reason. Until and unless your dasha, until and unless the planet of the dasha is promising you a success with the outer world, things would not happen. Keep Rahu and Venus apart. What if Rahu is not giving you that kind of, say you have a Rahu in your 12th house on your basic chart. Rahu is Karaka for the 12th house. Rahu is Karaka for the international land. Over here, if you think that you're going to go online and make it big, it doesn't work that way. Say somebody has a combination in which when you go into Nakshatra Nadi, you will see planets, Sun, Moon, Mars. You'll see all planets over there. You will see the scores which is there. Which houses are going to get activated. Say if you have a planet, say you have a planet sitting in its own sign, responsible for 2 specific houses. Say it's a 7 and 11 combination. Say Sun is sitting in your 7th house or your 11th house, giving you a very prominent figure of 7-11. So in the 7th house, your Sun is exalted. Say your Sun is exalted in the sign of Aries, and it governs your 11th house. That's your sign of Leo. So what actually will happen? At that specific time, you will see that this specific person is getting in touch with the outer world, and there are more and more connections happening, and he's being able to earn his money through that. Say for example, you have a Mars sitting in Aries in the 7th house, and Mars is the ruler of your 2nd house sign of Scorpion. So you will have daily interaction with people and you'll make your money daily. 7th house also takes care of media. 7th house will also takes care of, you could say, your socializing and your networking, because you're interacting with the other side, right? So whenever you have a planet coming in, you need to know what's stored for a planet. Say if you have a 2-7 combination coming up, Like my Mars would give me 2 and 7. It would do very well in retail. It would do very well when I'm going ahead online, specifically for astrology, for numerology, for healing purposes. It is extremely important for you to know what exactly a specific planet is going to give you. If you are running behind running a retail store and your planet does not support, your planet is supporting something in which you should invest. Say you have a combination in which your 7th house is not active, but you have a very prominent 12th house. What people would say, you would go through losses, you would go through, health issues. There are very simple remedies for that. If your 12th house is showing, if you have the number 8, the number 12, when you do Nadi Nakshatra, when you check your nakshatras and what exactly it's giving, you will see that there are different numbers which come up. If you see a lot of 6, 8s, 12s coming up, or else if you see combination, say for example, Sun gave you 210. The nakshatra, the star lord also is giving you 210, but the final result of it is 1612. For example, that means the self will face issues. Self is number 1. 6 is number 6th house, which is the issues related to health, issues related to deaths, to diseases, and 12th is a house of losses. So that means the self is connected with all these 3 things. The self is connected with the 6th house and the 12th house. Whenever you see numbers such as 6, numbers such as 8 and 12 in Nakshatra Nadi, then is when you need to contact a good astrologer, so that you will come to know what is stored, and it's nothing scary. A person who has a lot of 12s active on his chart, a very prominent 12, very simple, the person should just deal with something overseas. Either invest your money, invest all your money somewhere. I'm not saying gamble the money, I'm saying invest that money, or else you will say that I'm teaching you to gamble. I'm not telling you to gamble. I'm asking you to invest all your money. If you have nothing left with you, what is it that you will lose? Go and isolate yourself. Move on to a foreign land. Be part of meditation. People having a very prominent 8th house, I will do a video on the 6th house, 8th house and the 12th house, how exactly to deactivate. Because trust me, today people are scared when you talk about a 6, 8 and a 12 combination coming anywhere. They would give you all the possible nonsense. But every house is beautiful. Every house has some kind of a challenge and some kind of a obstruction which creates a problem. So if you have a very prominent 12th house on your chart, what you need to do, you need to just go ahead and check. This is all I had to say about houses and what exactly you can do about it, what exactly are the cures. So I will definitely do more videos, and you need to understand every house is beautiful, and that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you.